Yeah, I don't know why I keep just making myself do these useless like tasks while I jump grinds. It's always such a pain. I just hate doing them. Like I'm just getting nowhere for hours, just so fucking luck based.
Dude, what is this video Pika just sent of this level?
Let me see. Oh, isn't this that guy posted it in the Mario Maker 1 server the other day? Why does it say Platformer 2000, but his in-game name is El Prisco? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, why did Pika send us this useless level?
This literally looks like a Team Shell level on Pretendo. Also, not like a up-to-date Team Shell level either. This looked like a level that was like in Team Shell the day Team Shell was created.
Yeah, it's like some 2019 shit.
This looks like an old Mason GKR. Is this the end of the level? Dude, why'd Pika send us this?
Just to make fun of it, Cash.
Well, I did notice at the start. Why is the semi-solid cutting off randomly the K? And why, first of all, why is there a 2K?
I don't know, what does
here?
this
Is
2K
like,
even stand for? Oh, it's probably his fucking, like, Platformer 2000 username.
yeah. This also might be like a JC reference, because he puts his names in, like, all the level titles in the levels themselves. So, like, this could be taken inspiration from JC.
JC's Kaizo Panic. It's extremely ugly
Also,
how he does a full jump after, like, this... Like, halfway through the level at, like, the 16-second mark or so. He could just
on this
full
big
jump.
fall?
Yeah, like, he could have, like, did a mini jump there, actually, and saved, like, a full second, which is a waste of time.
Yeah. Another thing I don't get is when he does this up throw at 27, there's just a random helmet in the question mark block that just doesn't get used.
I know. It's like he was gonna make
just...
another setup, and he just gave up on making the setup, so he just left it there, Cash.
It's like he didn't want to make the coin block empty, but like the shell was the closest thing next to him to copy into the block. Is what I'm thinking. And that's just what it is. I also think the setup could have benefited from a semi-solid within that little one tile gap. So like it's a little more aesthetically pleasing, that one tile opening where the shellmet is. Let's see.
There's also like this big shell setup with all these one-ways. Like he could have done this whole setup without any of the one-ways. Like you don't need the
for sure.
You don't need the two one-ways for
sure.
the spring setup, and you don't need the two one-ways to catch the big shell. Like just put a spike up and then just land the shell.
Also, let's just forget about the big shell for a second. What is going on with the sound effects here? Like what in this level was so hype that it required the dance sound effect? And why specifically do you get it when you're throwing this spring? That's like the least interesting part of the level.
Hey bro, he was taking inspiration from Jay Bizzle.
That's a good point, actually. Maybe he's a long-time viewer of Jay Bizzle.
A long time Jay Bizzle fan.
Yes, for the fans. Let's also talk about the reclaim here for a second. Neither of those, like, there's no need for these two POWs here. I think you could have put a question mark block underneath the top POW, so you save a sprite.
I mean, not even. You can
the...
just have the POW. Like, he's gonna hit the POW every time.
True. I'm also a little unsure about this red coin. Like, I feel like there's a more creative way he could have done to force the reclaim. Like, maybe put another setup where you bounce off the shell that you reclaimed off of, and then enter a door.
I mean, realistically, does he need any of the red coins in this level? Like, I guess the up throw shows him, but like, bro.
Let's take a look. There's 5 red coins in the level. One of them is at the beginning when he doesn't first reclaim, which is whatever. You could force it a different way, but like, I'm not too upset about that red coin. I think it's more justified than some of the other red coins in the level.
Hold on, pause,
also,
because I just noticed at 24 seconds into the video, he has a fucking Goomba. Like, why didn't he just make that a mole like the rest of the platforms in the level? He just put a random Goomba.
Maybe he needed like the extra height here.
And then
Also,
at that same backwards reclaim, he has all these one ways as well. Like, bro.
I know. Like, you're never gonna reclaim off that top one way. Also, I'm now only going through it now. I'm realizing how many reclaims are in this level. For a level with not many tricks, it seems like half of them are just reclaims.
It's just
Okay,
thousands
this
of reclaims.
the up throw doesn't need the red coin. He could have forced it a different way, like putting the shell for the next setup on top of the block, and then getting rid of the shell that's on top of the mole. And then, yeah, none of the other red coins are needed if you're a smart builder and able to structure the level. Like, this red coin where the one-ways are at the end, where the big beetle, what is that doing?
I don't know. Like, I was talking about that earlier. It's just so unnecessary, and it's honestly pretty lazy as well.
Let's also take a look at 20 seconds in the video. He has this semi-solid that's like a the jungle semi-solid. He just doesn't, he ends it where the stone blocks are, so you see this in between all the blocks.
Yeah, you gotta
He
raise
should
the
have
up one
extended
more.
it up one. And then at the same part, he has these stone blocks, and then he just doesn't put one on the
Cash.
last block here. Like, what are these aesthetics choices? I'm not really sure what he's doing here. And then, even at the end, what is this THX with munchers here? Like, is this really needed? Like, what happens if I want to go down to the red mushroom platform and I just can't? A little annoying, because, like, what if I want to explore? And he just doesn't let you do that.
What if I want to explore? Speaking of exploring, if you go back to the start of the level, at the 2K, he has these munchers on top. Like, but you can just easily do a Trump jump in between and cheese the level if you go backwards after the double shell jump. Like, I think the guy is used to making levels in Maker 2, so he doesn't know that the hitboxes are a lot more forgiving in this game, so you can easily make that jump and just cheese the fucking level.
I'm glad you brought up the 2K, because there's also these question mark blocks. How could we not rule out that one of them isn't like a Lakitu Cloud dev exit?
Oh,
like,
true.
He might have put something sneaky in there. That's why peep this. This video we're watching, he's filming it on Course World, not the actual upload. So he could have put a cloud in one of those blocks for the upload, used it, the dev exit, and then is pretending to replay the level here the actual intended way.
But he's beating the level in the video anyways. Like, he just beat the level in Course World.
True.
And then, like, I see you go through all that effort to, like, splice it.
True. I mean, we can't rule out a splice in this video.
Well, he even gets the clear screen at the end, though, so he just literally just beat the level 2 times to record it for no reason.
True. I'm also looking at the whole level as a whole. I really dislike this level code here. I know this is on Pretendo, but I think he could have just re-uploaded the level a couple times to get more satisfying and better level code to type into the gamepad.
Yeah, it's not a very memorable code.
No. Also, while I'm looking at the level as a whole, I noticed there's this ending cutoff here. I'm not sure why he didn't just drag the gold to the end and then put the door there. I'm not a big fan of when levels don't use the full
Oh, you mean on, like, the mini-map? Yeah.
Yeah, the mini-map. I'm sorry for not clarifying.
And even then he didn't use the full, like, length of the level. Why didn't he just fill in that little, like, one tile vertical gap, like, between the goal and, like, the level? Like, that's just so ugly in the mini-map.
Good eye on that one. I didn't really see that one until you brought it up. I also am not a big fan of this big gap in the overall level at the top. Like, he could have put a semi-solid or 2 or 3 to fill in this big gap here at the end, in the middle.
It's also extremely cash how he clicks like the level details to see who played the level. Like, he just uploaded it. You can clearly see nobody played it yet. What was the point in clicking on this?
True. And we can confirm he does not show up as first clear or world record. Also, I want to bring up at the reclaim here at 23 seconds. There's these pipes that are stacked, really ugly. over each other, where nowhere else in the level are there stacked pipes.
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused about this aesthetic choice.
He also has coins
And
coming out of these two pipes for no reason. Like, what the fuck? You can't
yes,
even collect the coins. Like, what's the point?
no, you cannot collect the coins. I'm also not a big fan of this saw, vertical saw placement.
Wait, where in the
At
level is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you'd be more familiar with the level by now, or what part I'm talking about. But it's at 28 seconds.
28. Oh yeah, this long. I was thinking about this earlier, but like I thought maybe it was DGs of some sort. But yeah, I think you make a valid point here.
I mean, he could have put a wall of spikes or a regular wall. I'm thinking he doesn't want to put a regular ground block here, so you can't do like a shell drop against the wall. I think he wanted you to turn around and do it. But we don't need all these saws here.
I just realized if you go to 45 seconds into the video, like at the end, before he enters the key door, if you only activate one POW, you can grab another POW before entering the key door and just destroy those munchers. Like before the second key door enters the level.
Dude, good point. I'm gonna take it a different way. You can go exploring at the end here if you kill those munchers with that.
Maybe that's an
POW.
intended Easter egg then.
You might be onto something here. Should I? Maybe. I'm not sure what this guy's Discord is or anything, because Pika said he found the level on Discord. But maybe we can have Pika DM him and ask about this Easter egg potential. Because if it's not in this level, maybe he can fit it in a different level that he uploads in the future. I'm also a bit disappointed there's no item midair in this level as well, quite frankly. Like, while I was watching this the first time, halfway through I'm like, alright, where's the item mid? Where's the item mid? And it never came.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I'm also a little unsure why this level is even being made in Maker 1. There's nothing used in this level that can't be done in Maker 2. He didn't put any cool bomb setups. There's no spinning with items. It's literally just shell jumps. Does he not have Maker 2?
Dude, if you go to 12 seconds in the video, we have a spike here at the top of this wall and a muncher. Why can't they just both be the same? Like, why can't it just both be spikes? And he has these three stone blocks as well for no reason.
Yeah.
His looks ugly.
Well, I know you're a bit of a Mario Maker noob, but he does put the muncher here because it has a smaller hitbox than the spike, so it would be easier to grab the green shell.
Yeah.
But because he gets so much height off the shell jump previously, this just isn't required at all.
It's just in general, like the gameplay is like pretty poor. He does all these full jumps where he could have optimized it, and the aesthetics are also just very bad.
Yeah.
In general, like
I'm also noticing there's not a lot of variety in the shells. It's all beetles. But in the intro, he puts a spiny and a green shell, and those are the only two unique shells in the whole level.
yeah, and then the rest of the level was all beetles. Like he just gave up on like trying to keep the level like fresh.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. I think he made the intro one day, stopped making the level, and then he made the rest of the level another day, and then he just forgot about switching all the shell colors.
He forgot
so
what
he
his
just locked in
plan
on
was.
beetles.
Yeah.
Yes.
He rushed the rest of the level.
Yeah. Also, I didn't notice this before, but there's another sound effect in the level at 20 seconds when he does the big fall. I'm a little unsure why that sound effect is also there, but I will say it's more in place than the other sound effect, because if you're like falling a big fall, maybe Mario got scared or something, so that's why he put the sound effect.
Dude, look at this off-centered semi-solid at 28 seconds where it is the shell drop. This is off-centered like stem. Like, God, the devil is so ugly. Like, what was he thinking?
Maybe he's trying to indicate to bounce on the right side of the mole.
For why?
I don't know. Also, speaking of stems, this stem with where the saws are, maybe he's trying to take inspiration from like guitar type aesthetics where you attach the semi-solid or mushroom stem to the end of the saw. But he just didn't do that. He just dragged it to the ground for no reason.
Yeah, I'm really hoping this guy's decorations improve in his upcoming levels, because this is really bad.
I know. I'm also a little curious about at 40 seconds, there's this downwards pipe at the reclaim. Why? Well, earlier he had these horizontal pipes, but where it made sense, just put another horizontal pipe right here. Like, I don't understand why that didn't work. And then there's another instance of the semi-solid peeking up over the stone blocks at the end here. Do you see it, Colton?
Colton! You gotta cut that one out.
Also,
Look at also at this ending like screen. He has this yellow turn block mixed in with the stone block and the ice block below the 2 key doors. Like why? It's so bad.
well, I think it's because he has the THX there on the right, and he's trying to have one color for each letter being represented underneath the key door.
It's like I guess.
Also, if you go to the end of the level where it shows your time and world record screen, I'm a little disappointed he didn't go and play any of the You May Also Enjoy levels, because that's a key feature in Mario Maker 1 that was left out in the sequel, Mario Maker 2.
Like hit level, straight line, or poop.
Yeah, I remember finding a level here that was Your Boner's Way Too Huge, man. Back in like 2018, that was a banger. But yeah, I think we dissected this level pretty well. I do have a final comment in saying that why is the level 100 seconds long? I don't really think the timer's needed.
Yeah, that's just annoying. Now you have to listen to that speed up music every time you start an attempt. Like, bro.
See, if you did want to include the timer, I would have included the timer to be like 30 seconds or like 40 seconds.
Yeah, at least make it like somewhat tight, you know?
I do want to mention this. If this level was made during the SMM1 time period, the indicators themselves would be different. You know, they would use 3 track lines instead of 1 to indicate each input. And I feel like since this is a Mario Maker 1 level, he should have just followed that homage. What do you think?
Yeah, he was just too brainwashed by Maker 2 teamshell to like think of that. Like maybe he doesn't even know about the 3 box indicators. So like,
no, maybe he doesn't. I'm not sure.
Yeah, these like 1-line indicators are so standardized in like modern teamshell.
I know. Well, I think we did a pretty good analysis. I'm gonna let Pika know that the level was dog shit.
Hopefully this guy makes better levels in the future.